Hello, I am Miss Kathy and I'm the Story Lady, and today we're going to read a book by Dr. Seuss, and it is called The Glunk That Got Thunk. See what happens. A thing my sister likes to do some evenings after supper is sit upstairs in her small room and use her thinker-upper. She turns her thinker-upper on, she lets it softly purr, she thinks up friendly little things with smiles and fuzzy fur. She sometimes does this by the hour. Then when she's tired of play, she turns on her unthinker and unthinks the things away. Well, one evening she was thinking up some fuzzy little stuff, and Sister sighed, "That stuff's all right, but it's not fun enough. I've got to think up bigger things. I'll bet I can, you know. I'll speed my thinker-upper up as fast as it can go." I think she cried. Her thinker-upper gave a snooty snore. It started thunk, thunk, thunking, and as it never had before. With all her might, she shut her eyes tight. She cried, "Thunk, thunk, some more." Then blunk! Her thinker-upper thunked, a double clunker clunk. My sister's eyes flew open, and she saw she'd thunked a glunk. He was greenish, not too cleanish, and he sort of had bad breath. "Good gracious," gasped my sister, "I have thunked up quite a mess." Look at that glunk. She turned on her unthinker, tried to think the glunk away, but she found that her unthinker didn't seem to work that day. The glunk just smiled and said, "Dear child, you can't unthunk a glunk. Ask anyone. They'll tell you that a glunk can't be unthunk. I'm here to stay forever in your lovely, lovely home, and now, with your permission, dear, I'll use your telephone. I'll call my mother every night. It gives her such great joy. She lives 9,000 miles away, and I'm her only boy." "Long distance is expensive," Sister cried. "Get off that line." But the glunk dialed Texacoda Cut 123409. "Hello, dear mother," gabbed the glunk. "I hope you're feeling fine, and don't worry about the phone bill. It's all paid by a friend of mine. I've just called you up to tell you how I love you, oh I do. And today I did some cooking, and I cooked some glunker stew. Let me tell you how I did it. You may want to make some too. You take a cup of applesauce, you add a pinch of straw, you drop in 14 oysters, 7 cooked and 7 raw. You beat it to a frazzle with a special frazzle spade. Then you pour it in a rubber boot half filled with lemonade. Then you toss it in the mixer where you spuggle it and spin it." "Stop!" yelled my sister. "This costs $10 every minute." "Money? Pooh!" The glunk just laughed. "Don't think of things like that." Then he said, "Now, darling mother, let me see, where was I at? Oh, you take it off the mixer with the stew so nicely pink. Then you add a hunk of something, hunk of chunk-a-luck, I think. Then you chuck in chunks of chiclets. Then you plunk in 7 cherries. And then you plunk in, mother dear, 3 dozen kinds of berries. Now, mother mine, please do this right, those berries that you're plunking. Unless you plunk them with great care, we'll keep the stew from glunking." "Stop, stop!" screamed my little sister. "It's not a funny joke. My father can't afford this call. My father will go broke." Oh my goodness. "Now, you keep still," the glunk snapped back. He kicked her in the shin. "Don't you interrupt my mother while she's plunking berries in. Now, mother, plunk 1 berry blue, now plunk 1 berry raz." "What's that? You've got no raspberries?" "Oh, everybody has. But if you don't have berries raz, a schnutzberry will do. You have a schnutz, I know you have. Now plunk it in the stew." And he went on talking berries with his dear old darling mother. He jabbered and he blabbered 1 whole hour and then another. He talked $300 worth. My sister shook with fright. This Glunk might cost us millions. He might jabber on all night. My father will be ruined. We'll be penniless. We're sunk unless I can unthunk him. Oh, I must unthunk this Glunk. And that is how I found them. She was standing there unthunking. The Glunk still talking Glunker stew. The Glunk was not unglunking. Could she unthunk that Glunk alone? It's very doubtful whether. So I turned on my unthinker. We unthunk that Glunk together. Then I gave her quite a talking to about her thinker upper. Now she only thinks up fuzzy things in the evening after supper. The end. Books are the best. And you always remember that you are smart, you are strong, you are brave, and you are kind. See you next time.